Good morning, Internet. We're back here on Badlands, just digging out some more of the map and getting the ranch fully set up. And now I'm just trying to dig this down a bit, let down the carbon dioxide and that chlorine, just so dupes can breathe in here. Getting this prepared to put some water in. And also getting ready for conductive wire. So let's get that done. So the reason my initial wires run above the tiles is because if you try to put wire through natural tiles, it just breaks them. And so early on in the game, I don't care about the negative decor as much as not having to rebuild everything. But now we're at a point where we can replace all the crappy wire with good wire, buried all in the tiles. Alright, who do we got? Decreased strength is bad, mouth breather is bad. I don't need a decorator. Like, with both of those being bad, let's grab some dirt. Dirt is actually a valuable resource on Badlands because there's very little of it. You either need pips or you need some way of making dirt later on in the game. Yeah. Water filtration, polluted dirt is one way of going. And then pips and ranching and animals is the other way. I'm going to close that off, put a fridge over there. And then these coal generators will eventually be fed by the coal coming from the hatches once I get a mechatronics engineer, which I'm quite a ways from. But food-wise, we're doing pretty good. I've got barbecue and meat turned off, so we can start to build that up, and they can be fine eating lice loaf for a while. But I need to get enough critters going before I can really move on to better food. I think I saw another hatch. Yeah, another hatch. Get him up over there and put him into his own stable. Start grooming him up. For the automated killing section, eventually I'll have a door here to drown them, but there needs to be a small enough amount of water that they'll actually hop into it. So I gotta make sure I keep that below. I think it's like 20 kilograms. Oh, I think I also need... Oh, good, got the automation wire. Alright, not sure why the recording stopped there, but whatever. Right now we're putting in some water. We need to get this up to, I think, over 900 kilograms for them to drown. And this needs to be small enough that they'll jump in. This might be too much. But we'll find out. A couple more bottles over here, and we'll be good. Alright, completely useless. There's no slime on this map. I don't think I need a dedicated cook. Fluorescent doesn't matter at all. I actually think I'm going to go with Turner here because cooking, operating, and decorating. At some point I need a decorator. Definitely we'll need another cook eventually. I think it's about time I add, yep, more schedule. So this will be dupe number 9. I should be producing enough oxygen But next, after I get the ranches sorted, is going to be putting in electrolyzer and big oxygen setup. Probably just about at the point where they're going to run around enough. Might as well just go up to 5 slots of downtime. I'll lose a bit of productiveness off of some of my dupes, but it's not that big of a deal. And since there'll be lots of cooking, there you go. There. Because I now have a dedicated cook, my researcher can keep doing the research. Just copying all the ranches up. Eventually I'll have enough to fill them all, and I'll try and convert them over to stone hatches as soon as I can. Is that to everyone? Yep, this overflowed because I wasn't paying attention. Alright, that's done. Now we need the door. So this AIM gate will monitor how many critters are in the room, how many critters are waiting to be drowned, and then we'll close the door. One of the weird things about ranching skill is they only increase their ranching ability when they're hugging eggs in incubators. All this grooming doesn't actually increase their ranching skill, which is a bit weird. Food-wise, we're holding pretty steady. Like to get that up above 100,000, but having 3 to 4 cycles of food on hand is enough. Now that we're starting to cook off. Yeah, cook up some hatches. Copy all these settings up. That's done. Research-wise, I want to get up to the dropper and all of the shipping next. One of the things I do like about Badlands is you don't even need a rock crusher until you're ready to make steel. All that iron lying around just makes parts of this map easier. That's if you are above 4. And then this one is above 0, and we don't want to count X. Now automation. Bing, that should hold the door open until a critter hops in. What do we got? Don't really want another dupe yet. They'll just have a puppet running around. Just in case a hatch falls out of there, you want to have it to auto-wrangle. I think I can wrangle it back because you're in the air. So let's open the door, let the shine plug out. Somebody can open the door. There we go. And by not setting this, they will wrangle, or they won't wrangle that, and I'll just get a bunch of eggs out of it. Alright, slow this down a bit. Yeah, no. We got a bunch of research to go before we get the dropper. What I want is the dropper so I can dump all the eggs into this water. If I can mop this up. Yep, good. And while that's going on, I can start to prep oxygen production. This will just be your standard electrolyzer setup. Once you've built enough of them, you know what they need to look like. So for each electrolyzer, it supports 8 duplicates. So this will be good up until 16. And this particular design auto separates the oxygen and the hydrogen for you. I don't need to go with the much bigger one that uses 4 electrolyzers because early on that's just not necessary. I'll try to put a hydrogen storage right above it. Wish I'd gotten down to the oil biome already because I'd like to use crude oil in there, but I haven't gotten down that deep. So I know I'm going to need water, need battery, some hydrogen generators, oh, I need to research the Atmos sensor. I haven't got the Atmos sensor yet. And this game is called Oxygen Not Included for a reason, so planning your oxygen ahead of time is good. Once you run out of oxygen, it is very hard to catch back up from it. So each one of these pipes will carry about a kilo of oxygen a second, or a tick, however that counts in this game. That will definitely do a better job than my algae distilleries, or algae oxidizers. Yeah, those guys are cooking, so far I think we're doing okay. And one thing you do get with Badlands is you don't have any gold amalgam. So all of these things will overheat at 75 degrees. And unfortunately, electrolyzers produce oxygen at about that temperature. So if you just use some of the iron you've got, use that to cool everything down by running a radiant pipe through. So that radiant pipe will cool down all the oxygen, helps keep the base maintain its temperature, and keep all this stuff cool as well. You forget how useful gold amalgam is until you don't have it. And then this pipe will suck up a bit more heat. This gas bridge forces the hydrogen over to the hydrogen generators. And I just use this pipe as a storage. So I've got plenty of hydrogen to keep everything running. All the extra hydrogen comes up into this storage tank. Alright, make this high priority. The ranch is starting to make hatches, so we're good on that front. Speed it up. And the oxygen diffusers kind of work, but they only get the pressure up to about 1800. These things will get it up to 2K. Ooh, more thimbleweed. I will take more thimbleweed on Badlands all day. Yeah, we've made some barbecue, but mostly we're subsisting on muckroot and lice loaf. Are you dropping off slime? That's annoying. But the only source of slime on Badlands is Puffets making it. Put these pipes next to each other, not actually connected yet till I'm ready. Yep, there's my thing saying I'm not quite producing enough oxygen. We're still good pressure-wise, but we definitely need more. Yeah, I'm not sure where that cut out, but yeah, we're getting the low oxygen production warning, so we're making the oxygen system right now. And we're going to need a squirrel cage to get the whole thing started. Nope, that was supposed to be 7. Perfect, research is done. Now we need Atmos sensor. And all these are just so I can clean up the debris from inside of this once they're done building it. And hopefully none of these critters get stuck in there. This water we gotta keep below 2 kilograms so that this can keep pumping out air, or hydrogen. I don't really want another dupe right now. Most sensors are done. Research-wise, we're just going to start going down the list. Nope, that's probably already too much water. How much is that? 32 kilograms, way too much. Okay, we can just do this, and that should drop it enough. Yep. I'm low on iron ore, is that what they're complaining about? Wonder why those things haven't been built yet. Well, let's just come over here, grab some copper ore. We'll make these out of copper ore. That got canceled, perfect. Same time, I'll dig over here, grab some more iron ore. Now we can start sweeping. And once you do this enough, you know that you want these at about above 450 and above 400 for the hydrogen. That tends to keep it running constantly. If you set it too low, you end up sucking your hydrogen down into your oxygen, and if you keep it too high, then you start to stifle the electrolyzers. I don't want to break into that water. See if we can't dig up a bit from the side just so they can finish this off. Alright, once we clean the debris out of there, then we can seal it up. Yeah, there might be a better dupe, but I'm not interested in a dupe right now. My food's coming down a little bit. Another hatch. I just keep emptying these out. Just got a little bit of debris left to grab. And be able to fire it up. Which what I'll probably do is disconnect this at first until we get good hydrogen coming out. That way I don't have to keep repairing my generators. There it is. Alright, as soon as that's sealed up, we'll be good to go. Oh, nobody seals themselves in there. Alright. Yeah, so at first this doesn't produce nearly enough power, but that's okay. All we're looking for is to start to get the gases sorted a bit. And then put and then we'll use these two pumps to evacuate this room once we're ready for it. Yeah, so at first, it takes a little bit to sort out. Each time this pump runs, it sucks a bit more of this oxygen out and gets the pressures balanced. Now we're gonna wait for them to sleep one more and then we should be done. Cleaning up the debris a bit. Alright, now we're getting some big packets of hydrogen. So this will do some damage to the generators, but that's not that big of a deal. Now they'll repair them. That one now provides more air. This is all stabilized. So we are good to go. And you are disconnected. Alright, oxygen is now sorted. I'm going to disconnect this pipe until I'm ready for this room to get its hydrogen. So if you look at the temperatures in here, you know, this water is going to come up. It's coming in at 26. It's going to soak up some heat, sit around for a little bit, and then come back in and soak up some more heat. So this area might get a little toasty, but the oxygen tends to come out at a good temperature. We've just about got a full load of hydrogen to run our generators. I run 3 just because they fit. 2 is enough to run all this, but a third just makes it easier to run a couple other things off of it, like a pump or something else. Alright, I don't need more Thimbleweed. Finding 2 is quite nice. Narcoleptic's bad and small bladder is not great, and I've got enough ranchers, so more Thimbleweed. Alright, we are running low on food, but we should be getting to the point where we're going to start cooking off dupes. These guys are probably, yeah, overcrowded, because I forgot about the dropper. It's fine. We'll do that. We'll set this to critter egg, sweep only. That means that I can come in here, grab all those eggs. don't want them to do is drop critter eggs over here. Alright, that debris. There's a little bit left. Who cares? Do that. Now I'm supposed to make this out of igneous rock. Whatever. A little more heat will sneak out because these are granite, not igneous. We'll pump this down to a vacuum, then fill it up with hydrogen. Building these electrolyzers always take longer than I think they will, but once you get them going, your base is just much more stable. Yeah, you're already down to the milligrams. Alright, and that should be just about there. Once it gets below 10 micrograms, then it all just turns into a vacuum. Perfect. Now disconnect that power. Reconnect that pipe. This is all backed up, which is what we assumed was going to happen. Deconstruct you. Yeah, so a little bit of hydrogen got sucked through. Not a big deal. Alright, I think we'll call that good for now. Now that the ranches are going, we're a little short on food, but we're going to start popping out all the extra guys here. I hope you all have a wonderful day.